What's going on, guys? Phoenix here again. So in this video we are gonna talk about how to... Oh man, that guy again. What is he doing here? Anyway, how to make your footage cinematic. Let's go. Before we begin the video, guys, bear in mind that we are almost 200 subscribers, so if you appreciate the content, please subscribe. So the video, cinematography and cinematic shots. Because these days people with YouTube and YouTubers and all that stuff, people think that cinematic and cinematography is having black bars and shooting in slow motion. Which I don't have anything against those things, because I like the black bars, I like shooting slow motion. But cinematography, it's not only that. So what is cinematography? Cinematography is the visual storytelling, the story and what you are trying to tell and to say with camera movement, with colors, color grading, and with what you have and your framing and what you have in front of the camera and how you place the camera. So, for example, Blade Runner, I don't know if you've seen Blade Runner in 2049, won Best Cinematography for this year at the Oscars. And that movie, man, that movie was so good and so beautifully made. You could see the movements of the camera all the time, the colors, and everything was amazing. And I see why it won. When we have our villain of the movie, any movie, and when we see from our character's point of view, and when our character is facing upwards, that's the director telling you that the villain is really powerful, or the opposite, that our character is not in a powerful position at the moment. If you remember Jurassic World, where the character was looking up and the monster, the dinosaur, was there. So that's more or less what I'm trying to say here. So for me, the two most important things in cinematic shots and in cinematography is first of all, camera movement, and second, color grading. Of course, camera movement, I mean what you're trying to tell with your camera moving. Because, for example, if you've seen the Bourne films, Jason Bourne films, they use a lot of shaky cam and a lot of handheld shots. And they are trying to show, you know, chaos and distortion, and all their fight scenes are shot in that way. So camera movement has to be exact and precise, and has to be, you know, planned before you start shooting. And like movements with no order, with no particular, you know, why the camera is moving, or is it moving for a reason, does it... So all that you have to think before you start shooting. And the second one, color grading. For me, I've used, you know, in my travel vlogs, I've used more of teal and orange look. But in my short films, I have a couple of short films, I prefer that Zack Snyder look. I don't know if you've seen any Zack Snyder movies, but he has this desaturated look which he likes, and I like too. I mean, it's not for every movie or for every, but he uses it a lot in everything he does. I mean, even Batman v Superman had a lot of that, dark and desaturated, which can work in some movies, in others can't work. But all I'm trying to say is it's a stylistic choice, and what are you trying to say, and what's the tone, the general tone of the movie, or what are you shooting at the moment. So a good example of cinematography is the Cloverfield movie back in 2008, which you see a lot of chaos happening, a lot of, you know, deaths and blah blah blah, and camera shakes and all that. But the idea was to have all those things but never show the actual monster, and they never do. So just, it doesn't matter if you like the movie or not, that is good cinematography in my opinion. So yeah, that's about cinematography, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. Subscribe if you appreciate the content, and I will see you in the next one.